Do you love history? Then you will love this. 10 strange facts about Cleopatra that you weren't taught in school. You've seen her on the big screen, you've learned about her in school, and you've probably read a lot about her. Cleopatra is undoubtedly one of the most famous women of all time. She was the last pharaoh of Egypt and certainly one of the most influential women in the world. But because her biography has been retold so many times in books and films, it can be difficult to separate fact from fiction. Today, we will debunk some common myths about Cleopatra and shed light on some fascinating facts from her life. But before we uncover the dark side of Cleopatra, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. This way, you won't miss our most interesting updates that come out every day. Number 1. Cleopatra was married to her 2 younger brothers. Cleopatra was one of 4 children of King Ptolemy XII and his wife, Cleopatra VI Tryphena, who was either his cousin or even his sister. It sounds strange, but incest was quite common in most royal dynasties of the past, and the Ptolemies were no exception. They justified these relationships by claiming that marriages within the family preserved the purity of their bloodline. Unfortunately, people back then simply did not know about the hereditary diseases caused by incest. When Cleopatra was 14, her father chose her as his successor after her mother suddenly died under mysterious circumstances. Over the next 4 years, she served as the king's representative and regent, gaining experience for her future reign. After her father's death, she ascended to the throne of Egypt. But to maintain her rule, the 18-year-old queen needed a regent. So, she married her younger brother, Ptolemy XIII, who was only 10 years old at the time. But that's not all. After his death a few years later, she married another brother, Ptolemy XIV. Number 2. Julius Caesar placed a statue of Cleopatra in the Temple of Venus Genitrix. When Cleopatra sided with the Syrians, the Romans were furious and decided to help her first husband and brother seize the throne. This was long before his death, of course. One of his allies was the great Julius Caesar. Knowing she needed an advantage at any cost, Cleopatra arranged a personal meeting with Caesar. It is believed that she wrapped herself in a carpet and had it delivered to the general's quarters. Quite a dramatic entrance. The queen managed to charm Julius Caesar, and soon they became allies. The 52-year-old general restored Cleopatra to the throne when she was just 21. Despite the huge age difference, they became lovers. Movies often depict their relationship as a passionate romance, but historians believe it was nothing more than a political partnership. Regardless, Caesar, a married man, by the way, had a statue made in Cleopatra's honor and placed it in the Temple of Venus in Rome. Imagine the scandal that erupted. Unlike the Egyptians, the Romans did not consider their rulers divine, so the statue was seen as a serious religious offense. However, even after Julius Caesar's death, it remained in the temple for another 200 years. Number 3. Mark Antony once cancelled an invasion of another country just to spend time with Cleopatra. Cleopatra's first meeting with Mark Antony took place in the city of Tarsus, located in modern-day Turkey. This is a perfect example of how the Egyptian queen knew how to make a lasting impression. Cleopatra was aware that the Roman officer saw himself as the embodiment of the Greek god Dionysus and expected to be worshipped accordingly. Quite arrogant, right? But Cleopatra decided to play along and arrived at the city gates dressed as the Greek goddess Aphrodite. She was surrounded by a retinue of cupids who fanned her and burned incense around her. It's no surprise that Mark Antony was impressed. Their relationship began immediately. The general was so enchanted by her that he once cancelled an invasion of another country just to spend time with Cleopatra. Number 4. She was not a great beauty, what? But in all the movies, she is portrayed by stunningly beautiful actresses. Unfortunately, this is likely just another myth. In February 2007, an ancient coin was discovered bearing Cleopatra's profile, and the image was not particularly attractive. Not that she was ugly, of course, but she appeared quite ordinary. However, her contemporaries valued not just her physical appearance but also her sharp mind, character, and incredible charm. They certainly had a very accurate understanding of what true beauty is. Number 5. Cleopatra was not just a ruler but also a mother. Cleopatra had no children from her brothers, but she did have children with both Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. Her son with Caesar was named Caesarion, which means Little Caesar. No, this has nothing to do with the salad. With Mark Antony, Cleopatra had 3 children, Alexander Aelios and Cleopatra Selene, twins named after the sun and the moon, and a son she named Ptolemy Philadelphus. This is just a small part of the amazing facts about Cleopatra, and her story continues to intrigue us to this day. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss new episodes. Number 6. She spoke 12 languages. Cleopatra was an incredibly educated woman. She was fluent in at least 12 languages, including ancient Egyptian, Greek, Latin, Aramaic, Persian, and others. This made her one of the most intellectually developed rulers of her time. Unlike many of the Ptolemies, who did not even try to learn the language of their subjects, Cleopatra spoke Egyptian and sought to establish close ties with her people. Number 7. She wrote several scientific works. Besides her political activities, Cleopatra had a keen interest in science. According to some sources, she wrote several medical and alchemical treatises. One of them was dedicated to cosmetology and contained recipes for skin and hair care. Perhaps this was one of the reasons she was considered a great seductress. She knew the secrets of beauty and feminine allure. Number 8. She hosted lavish feasts and was known for extravagance. Cleopatra was famous for her luxury and knew how to impress those around her with her feasts. The most famous incident occurred during a bet with Mark Antony. She wagered that she could host a banquet worth 10 million sesterces. To win, Cleopatra took a rare pearl, dissolved it in vinegar, and drank the resulting mixture. Antony was so astonished that he admitted defeat. Number 9. Her death remains a mystery. Cleopatra's death is shrouded in mystery. According to one version, she took her own life by allowing a cobra to bite her. Another theory suggests that she used poison applied to a hairpin or hidden in a perfume vessel. However, some historians believe she may have been killed by Octavian, who did not want to leave a potential threat alive. Number 10. Her tomb has never been found. The location of Cleopatra's tomb remains unknown. Archaeologists have been searching for it for years but have yet to succeed. Some theories suggest she was buried alongside Mark Antony in a hidden tomb near Alexandria. If discovered, it would be one of the most significant archaeological finds in history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new interesting and exciting stories. Share this video with your friends and leave a comment to let us know your opinion. Also, click the bell icon to stay updated on all new releases. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.